students, today we will do control and coordination class 10 science. For survival, an organism body must respond correctly to various stimulus it receives. Some important terms are stimulus. What is stimulus? An agent or sudden change in the external or internal environment which causes a change in an organism or any of its body is called stimulus. Response: the change in organism resulting from a stimulus. Receptor are the nerve cell which initiate waves of impulse towards the central nervous system on receiving a stimulus. Effector are the muscles or gland which contract or secrete substance on receiving an impulse from the brain or spinal cord. Function of nervous system. Nervous system keep us informed about the outside world through sensory organs. It controls and harmonize or voluntary muscular activities, example running and writing. It enables us to remember, think and reason. It regulates involuntary activities such as breathing and beating of the heart. Neuron is the structural and functional unit of nervous system. Here is the diagram of neuron. Here are the three parts of neuron. Number 1, cell body. It has a well defined nucleus. This is called cell body. It has defined nucleus inside it and a granular cytoplasm. Number 2, dendrites. Dendrites are the branched cytoplasmic projection of the cell body. Number 3, axon. They are the dendrites, they are the axon. Dendrites are the balanced cytoplasmic projection of the cell body. Axon is a long process of the cell body. This is called axon. The end portion of axon have swollen bulb-like structure which store neurotransmitters. Here. The synapse is the point of contact. What is synapse? Define. Synapse is the point of contact between the terminal branches of the axon. The axon terminal of a neuron and the dendrites of another neuron are separated by a fine gap called synaptic cleft. The nerve impulse is sent across the synaptic cleft with the help of neurotransmitter acetylcholine. Reflex action are the involuntary action in response to external or internal stimuli are termed as reflex actions. The peripheral nervous system and spinal cord are involved in controlling reflex actions. The path traveled by the impulse during a reflex action is called reflex arc. A reflex arc can be represented as stimulus, receptor in the sense organ, afferent or sensory nerve fiber, CNS, central nervous system, spinal cord, afferent motor nerve, muscle or gland response. Example of the reflex arc are: when you touch a hot object, you withdraw your hand from it immediately. Number 2, shivering when it's too cold or sweating when it is too hot. Dilation of pupil of the eye to look into the dark and vice versa. When you smell your favorite dish, your mouth waters are some of the examples of the reflex arc. Division of nervous system. Nervous system are of two types: central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. CNS is the central nervous system, PNS is peripheral nervous system. Number 1, central nervous system. The central nervous system include the brain and the spinal cord. The brain is the largest among all the brain of the human is the largest among all the animals. Here is a diagram of human brain. It is well protected by the cranium of the skull. 3 membranous covering called meninges cover the brain. Inflammation of the meninges is called meningitis. The space between the covering membrane, central space of the brain, and the central canal of the spinal cord is filled with cerebrospinal fluid. 3 primary regions of the brain are forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Here, brain has 3 parts: forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Forebrain contains cerebrum, diencephalon. The diencephalon contains thalamus and hypothalamus. Hindbrain contains cerebellum, pons, and medulla oblongata. parts of the brain. Cerebrum. It is divided into two cerebral hemispheres connected to each other by the corpus callosum. Number 2, the walls have an outer cortex and inner medulla. Number 3, the cortex contains cell bodies of the neuron and it is grayish in color. Hence, it is called gray matter. The medulla consists of axon, the nerve fiber, and it is called white matter. Cerebellum. It is located at the base of the cerebrum. It has numerous furrows. Number 3, medulla oblongata. It is located at the base of the skull. It is roughly triangular. It continues behind the brain as spinal cord. If injury to the medulla oblongata, it result in death. Spinal cord. Spinal cord extends from the medulla oblongata down to almost the whole body, whole length of the backbone and end at the second lumbar vertebra. Number 2, the gray matter is on the inner side and the white matter is on the outer side of the spinal cord. The spinal cord is responsible for reflexes below the neck. It conducts sensory impulse from the skin and muscles to the brain. It conducts motor responses from the brain to muscles of the trunk and limbs. Here's the diagram. Peripheral nervous system. The peripheral nervous system consists of nerves which carry impulse to and from the central nervous system. Peripheral nervous system are of two types: somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system of two types: sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. The somatic nervous system is made up of 12 pair of cranial nerve and 31 pair of spinal nerves. Cranial nerve emerge from the brain and spinal nerve originate from the dorsal and ventral roots of the spinal cord. Coordination in plants. Nastic movement. The movement of the plant in response to external stimulus in which the direction of the response is not determined by the direction of the stimulus is called nastic movement. Nastic movement are shown by flat parts of the plant such as leaves and petals. Example, daisy flower close at the dusk and open at daybreak. This may be referred to as the sleep movement. These response, however, should be confused with the thigmotropism, as the folding of leaves always occur in the same direction irrespective of the direction of the stimulus. Two types of nastic movement are photonasty and nyctinasty. Photonasty is a nastic movement to the light and the dark phase of the day. Example, flowers of primrose blossom during the evening but close during the day. Number 2, nyctinasty. It is the movement in response to dark. Certain part of the plant, such as leaves and flowers, take up different posture at night than that in the day. Example, leaves of the tree fold by nightfall. Movement due to growth. The movement of plant organs towards or away from the stimulus is known as tropism. Since the tropic movement are slow, the stimulus needs to be continued for a long time for the effect to be noticed. The different part of the tropic movement in plants are phototropism. The movement of plant part towards or away from the light is known as phototropism. Because shoot of the most plant grows towards the source of the light, it is termed as positive phototropism. If root grow away from the light and hence called negative phototropism. Number 2, geotropism. The movement of plant organ in response to gravity is known as geotropism. Roots are positively geotropic because they grow in the direction of gravity. The shoot grows upward against gravity and hence it is negative geotropic. Thigmotropism. Number 3. The movement of plant organ in response to stimuli caused by physical contact with solid object is termed as thigmotropism. Weak stem plants use twining stems and dendrils to climb on other object or plant which provide them support. Hence, twining stems and tendrils are positive thigmotropic. Hydrotropism. The movement of plant organ in response to water is known as hydrotropism. Roots grow towards the source of the moisture and hence are positively hydrotrophic. Chemotropism. The movement of plant organ in response to chemical stimulus is called chemotropism. When plant organs grow away from the chemical response is called negative chemotropism. When plant part grow towards the chemical response is called positive chemotropism. For example, pollen tube grow towards the sugary substance secreted by the stigma of the flower. Plant hormone. Phytohormones. Plant hormone controls some aspect of the growth of the plant such as cell division, cell enlargement and cell differentiation. Phytohormones, number 1, auxin. It promotes growth of the plant. They are secreted by cells present in the tip of the stem and roots. They are synthetic auxins are used in horticulture. Number 2, gibberellins. They promote cell differentiation in the absence of auxin. They break seed dormancy. They stimulate elongation of shoot. Number 3, cytokinase. They promote cell division in plants. They delay aging of the leaves. They promote opening of stomata and they promote fruit growth. Number 4, abscisic acid. It acts as growth inhibitors. It provides dormancy in seeds and buds. It promotes closing of stomata. It promotes wilting and falling of leaves. Detachment of flowers and fruits from the plant due to abscisic acid. Hormones in animals. Number 1, adrenal, produced by the adrenal gland. Function: adrenaline prepare the body for the fight and flight mechanism. Number 2, thyroxine, secreted by the thyroid gland. It regulates carbohydrate, protein and fat metabolism. It increases basal movement, metabolic rate (BMR). It regulates body growth such as ossification of bones and mental development. Disorder caused due to lack of thyroxine are simple goiter, ophthalmic goiter, cretinism. Number 3, growth hormone, secreted by the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland. It is essential for normal growth. Disorders are dwarfism or gigantism. Insulin, secreted by pancreas. It regulates the blood sugar level. Disorder: diabetes mellitus, high concentration of sugar in blood, hyperglycemia. Testosterone, secreted by testes in males. It controls the development of sex organ in males. It controls the development of secondary sexual characters during puberty. Number 6, estrogen, secreted by ovaries in female. It controls the development of female sex organs. It controls the development of secondary sexual characters during puberty in females. Feedback mechanism. The body has mechanism to maintain its normal state. Whenever there is a change in the normal state, messages are sent to increase secretion if there is a fall below the normal level or to decrease secretion. If there is a rise above the normal level, it restores the normal body state. Such a mechanism is called negative feedback mechanism. Example: blood sugar level. The increase in blood sugar level stimulates the secretion of insulin so that the sugar level is maintained. If there is a fall in the blood sugar level below normal, it stimulates the secretion of the glycogen. Glucogen stimulates the breakdown of glycogen to glucose, and then the normal sugar level is maintained. Thank you so much. Please share, follow or subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.